Hi guys, welcome to BrightMath again. Today we'll be finding limits algebraically. First, we will use direct substitution. The limit as x approaches -2 of x squared minus 3x plus 4. We just substitute -2 into the expression. It's -2 squared minus 3 times -2 plus 4. The answer, using order of operations, is 4 plus 6 plus 4, which equals 14. And that's our answer. We will factor first, then substitute. Let's begin. Let's do 2 of these. The limit as x approaches 4 of x minus 4 divided by x squared minus 16. Well, when we factor, we'll keep the limit as x approaches 4. We'll keep the x minus 4 in the numerator, and in the denominator, this is the difference of 2 squares from the other video. X minus 4 times the quantity of x plus 4. And what happens? Well, x minus 4 cancels with, I meant to do that in a different color. X minus 4 cancels with x minus 4. And you're left with the limit as x approaches 4 of 1 divided by x plus 4. So now you substitute 1 over 4 plus 4. You put 4 in where the x is, and our final answer is 1 divided by 8. 1/8. That's our answer. Our second problem is the limit as x approaches 3. Well, we're going to have x squared minus x minus 6 divided by x squared minus 9x plus 18. We're going to factor the numerator and the denominator, because if we plug in 3, we'll notice that if we put 3 here, we'll get 9 minus 27 plus 8. And most likely we'll get 0 in our denominator, and that's not what we want. So if we factor the numerator, we get, what 2 numbers multiply and give us 6? It's 3 and 2. But we want to add them and get -1, so it'll be -3 and +2. In the denominator, when we factor, what 2 numbers give us 18, that add up to -9. And we'll have x times x gives us x squared. We're going to use 3 and 6 from our other video. That's negative times negative. Oh, our time is almost up. We're getting there. And we're going to do the limit of this as x approaches 3. So what happens? We cross out, cancel out x minus 3 and x minus 3, and we substitute the limit as x approaches 3 into x plus 2 divided by x minus 6. When we substitute 3 in here, we get 3 plus 2 divided by 3 minus 6. And our final answer is 5 divided by -3, which is the same as -5/3. Right? That's 3. Okay, the third problem, we are going to rationalize the denominator first. So the limit as x approaches 16 of x minus 16 divided by the square root of x minus 4. Now notice, if I substitute first and put 16 where the x is, 16 minus 16 will give me 0. The square root of 16 will be 4 minus 4 will be 0. We will have 0 over 0. So we are going to rationalize the denominator by multiplying the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. Square root of x plus 4, because this says minus. Why are we doing that? Because we don't want a square root in the denominator. So our answer, and we're multiplying, will be x, we're going to keep our limit. The limit as x approaches 16 of x minus 16 times the square root of x plus 4, all divided by, when we multiply x square root of x minus 4 times the square root of x plus 4, we're going to get the difference of 2 squares. So the square root of x times the square root of x is x. 4 times 4 is 16. Negative times a positive is a negative. So what happens? This x minus 16 cancels with the x minus 16 here because it's multiplied by the square root of x plus 4. Now we substitute. The limit as x approaches 16 of the square root of x plus 4 is the square root of 16 plus 4, which is 4 plus 4, which is 8. And that is our final answer. And we are done.